it's time to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand, on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might agree or you might just sigh, but they're Southern fried till the day they die. A little gospel, a little grit, and a whole lot of pride. They speak from the heart, never got nothing to hide. From D.C. to Dixie, they'll stir up the stew. If it ruffles your feathers, well, that's what they do. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, a Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're keeping it real like only Southern boys can. You might cheer or you might ask why, but they're Southern fried till the day they die. They got stories, opinions, and a joke or two. Laid back truth with a country point of view. So pull up a chair, don't let the night slip by. There's wisdom in that old Southern sky. Yeah, it's time to sit down with a little front porch talking with our friends Robert and David, the Southern Fried Podcast. They're gonna talk about Donald Trump, they're gonna talk MAGA, but they're laughing and living and loving the land. You might stay or just stop by, but they're Southern fried till the day they die. Yeah, they're Southern fried till the day they die.
Oh, yeah. Southern fried till the day they die. Dave the AM. Rob will be along for a few minutes. We're scrambling, getting a lot of things done. We'll change in plan. And one of the changes in plan is Rumble Studio is causing me a pain tonight. And I am trying to fix it on the fly. So I'm not really sure why it's doing that. So I may have to go back and fix it. So anyway, I hope you're having a great Friday. Just one of those wonderful things that happens when you try to do these things and they don't work. You know, it's just a ball of fun. Hello, Chick Bay. Hello, Miss Jeneth. Hope you are doing well tonight. I am scrambling here, just trying to work on some engineering stuff on the fly. I think I'm going to have to redo this one. It's not being a friend, and we're going to try to redo that while we talk to you. We're going to have an activity tonight. Rob's going to be in just a few minutes. Hello, Barry. How you doing? It is good to see you, and I hope you've had a wonderful Friday leading up to Easter morning. We are going to be doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, I'm not in South Georgia. I was sick this morning. I had allergies, and I hate to do that. I woke up, I just felt horrible. I had a community event to do after the show. I ran by work and then went to this community event, and I did get that accomplished, but I felt just cruddy. You know how you just feel cruddy? And I just tried my best to persevere. I came home from that event and just crashed. I really just crashed, and I slept a whole lot more. I didn't really take anything, and I feel a lot better. I can still feel the effects of it, but I feel a lot better. So It's good to be here though. And Rumble is going live now, so sorry for the Rumble Studio delay here. But yeah, I've just felt horrible this morning. I mean, absolutely horrible. Hello, Rumble Studio. We finally have you up. Been a pain. Not that it's a pain. It's just busy man. Yeah. Thursday night, Cornbread Nation, I didn't feel good. But I went, that's a 2-man show. You can't do that by yourself. And I said, I'm not going to miss. There was that part of my body that said, we'll move it back. We'll move it up. I said, no, we got too much going on. We're going to power through. Me and Rob, he said, what's the matter with you? When he saw me, I was like, dude, I don't feel good. But let's go. And you do that. This morning, I said, I can't do it, man. I just can't. We could cancel it if you're going to do it. I figured he would do it, and he was late. It happens. It happens. We're very rare to do stuff like that. We do a lot of shows a week, and we're not bragging. But we do a lot of shows, a lot of hours, and we don't miss much. The ones we're scheduled to be in, we don't miss much. And I'm thankful for that. We try hard at that. But life happens. Obviously, I'm supposed to be in South Georgia. For those that don't know, I'm not going to be able to make it on my weekend job that I do on Saturday. People out, and there's no replacement. And it hurts, but, things happen. They didn't cancel out on me. They just got canceled out. One guy's got an injury, and I've been talking to him a lot. We were trying to figure it out, but it just didn't happen. So I'm going to help from here. So Rob has got family down there and others that are going to help. And they're very busy right now getting ready for it. So I'll probably help set some of the streams up. We'll be up in the morning. Rob may set them up. I don't know. But I'll be on camera describing things while he's dealing with folks down there at the Mayhaw Festival. I'm supposed to be down there. I should be there right now coming live from Rob's place, his studio, but it just didn't happen. So maybe in July everything will be better. But I can't leave the job. There's no backup, and I can lose my job. So that's life, baby. That's life. You work. And, I understand, Barry, but we appreciate you being here. We're going to broadcast a lot now. We're going to try to get the parade in on the broadcast. We're going to meet people. I hate it too, Miss Jenna. It was the hardest phone call to make. It was the absolute. I tell Rob, I've been telling him for a month. I said, we got a dark cloud over us. I said, my gut said for 2 or 3 days, something was wrong. For 2 or 3 days, I just felt like something was wrong. I just kept putting it out of my mind. And the guy I contacted him about making sure he remembered and all that. He said, oh man, I've fallen. I've gotten hurt. I can't do it. And I can't get in touch with the bosses and I can't do this. The other guy can't help. And he told me it just all went downhill. But we look at the positives. We're okay. I got to do a great community event, the Walker Games. I don't know if you can see that, the Walker Games. I was doing that today at all the local schools doing with their special needs kids activities on the football field at Ridgeland High School. I had a ball with those kids. That was moved from last week because of bad weather. I was going to leave early for Rocks. But then it got moved. I said, okay, as soon as the event's over, I'm headed south. 11:30, 12:30, somewhere in there. We actually got out at 11:30. I said, we'll be just streaming down the road and we're just going to power through. And then this happened. We did get some good news today, personal level. We went through a lot of trials that weren't our doing. We did get some good news. So we're thankful. We're counting our blessing. We really are. We thank all of you that pray for us and continue to do that and encourage us. Life is tough. There's a lot of things goes on in this life. Thank you, Miss Kay, for the lot. We go through trials. The Lord allows us to go through trials. He places us in trials. He allows trials to come. And for about a month now, we've been in that trial. We've just been fighting every day. But there's so many good things squeezing out of our ministries, our podcast right now. God is just pouring on the blessing. We got our business set up. Our website will be done. It's probably done now. To be by Monday. I should have that. I'm trying to fix something else. Something is acting up here. I don't know why. Anyway, weird stuff tonight, but we got that going on. The Patriot Mobile landing page came in. We've got that going on. And so we've just seen a lot of really cool stuff that have happened. There comes Rob. He'll be in for a few minutes. He'll be up on the screen. in just a moment. But yeah, you go through trials, you go through life, you just keep pressing on, you put one foot in front of the other, and you just do the best you can. And that has been my life for a month now. And we just endeavor to persevere, as the Indian said in The Outlaw Josie Wells. Hello, Rob.
Howdy. Hey, you keep in mind something, Bubba. I'm missing. I hate you not being able to make it. We got this. Hey, Jenny.
I know you do.
We're going to rock and roll. You're going to be on here with me in the morning anyway.
Absolutely. And throughout the day. I'll check in from the patrol vehicle.
There you go. So it's going to be almost like you was here, But, to be fair, everybody down here at the Mayhaw Festival is going to get to see the clickbait. So, we got this, sir. We're going to be all right. And
amen, Miss Kay. That's Dean's mom. Amen. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. By the way, be praying for Dean. He's got surgery. I think it's Monday.
All right.
So he'll be coming in by camera, probably instead of in the studio for at least one show. Got to get him healed up. God is good all the time. This is a great weekend when we, celebrate the risen Savior. We celebrate him every day, but this is a time we honor that. And like I said, I got good news in the mail, and I felt like God just sent me a big blessing along the way, softening the blow that I couldn't go.
Amen, brother.
It was like, wow, okay, this is great. Praise God. So we thank God for it.
Well, I wanted to pop in and say hi to everybody tonight, but I have much to do with. I've got to tear all this computer stuff down and get it loaded up and all that stuff to go. But I wanted to pop in and say hi to everybody. I hate it, but I've got some help lined up, and I'm going to take full advantage of it.
That's what you do.
So when they can be here, and we're going to get this thing broke down, loaded up, and ready to rock and roll. So once again, guys, y'all tune in tomorrow for the world famous Mayhaw Festival right here in Colquitt, Georgia. And nice, Barry. They're also Miss Yvina and Miss
awesome.
Leanne they're at the booth tomorrow for the Anti-Monkey Farm people, and we're also going to have some people from Animal Rescue Alliance there. So y'all come by and check out the booth if you're around in this area. We'd love to see you. Pop on there and say hi to everybody. So, and let's show some South Georgia pride here.
Yes, so, absolutely. Talk to as many people as you can. Get them on camera.
Yeah.
Introducing the podcast to a whole bunch of folks.
Well, I plan on going around from shop to shop at some point. And I'm not telling anybody when I'm showing up. I'm just going to show up.
There you go.
I do know for a fact that Miss Yvina and I are going to be eating some world famous Mayhaw cupcakes and Mayhaw lattes, drinking those from Cafe Lily tomorrow. And we're going to show y'all just how good they are. You can watch us thoroughly enjoy them.
Awesome. That is awesome, Barry. Thank you so much for that. I mean, that's amazing. Hey, anytime you get on a show and you're able to do that, yes, we're going to be broadcasting what we can from there, Barry.
Yes.
The parade, we're talking to people. Be a lot of activity, a lot of hours tomorrow we'll be on.
It runs from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. I think the parade is scheduled to start at 10. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to let Dave come on here and talk to everybody. And I'm going to go and have the parade filming live. And that way I don't have to worry about trying to talk and film. Dave can talk and we'll talk. And I'll try to get as much signage and people and businesses and just random man on the street reporting done tomorrow that I possibly can. We're not just here. That's something, a point that we're really trying to make. And one of the reasons why we go to these festivals and why we're trying this, we want people to know that we're not here just for us. We're here for others as well. When we started this thing, that was one of the first things that Dave and I agreed upon. If we can impact one person's life, just one person positively, then all this work will be worthwhile. Just one person is all we ask to be able to affect. And I hope we've affected a lot more than that. We've got a lot more followers than one, but it just tickles us. And to God be the praise on that. Ain't nothing we've done. It's what God's done. And we're thankful for that. And y'all just don't know what an honor it is for us to be able to do stuff like this. We thoroughly enjoy it. And God bless all y'all for giving us this opportunity, inviting us into your homes, onto your phones, onto your computers, and we hope y'all enjoy it. Lord knows we sure do. So,
yeah, and appreciate the people who have downloaded Rumble, because we do a lot on Rumble. I've been getting follows from people who have done that. Look, and still keep your same ones that you do, but download Rumble as well and follow our shows on there. We've got 3 different ones, but you can follow me and Rob personal accounts too.
Yeah.
And we do a lot on Rumble because we're a content creator within Rumble, and it's free to download. So put it on your phone. Just make it one more of those apps there, and when we do Rumble exclusives, you'll have access. So we want you to know that.
Well, Barry, we're glad that you can just jump in here with us whenever you want to. And I understand about that not being able to get out of the house. I'm epileptic. I can't drive. So I'm stuck here a lot. So, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I got enough around here to keep me busy. But still, it's hard when you can't go. I feel you, brother. And I'm sorry that you have issues too. I mean, this show is really a lot of times my only outlet out of the house. And coming in here with you guys, y'all bless my life. And I am so glad, and I am thankful. And let me tell you something, that man right there, thankful for him too. Known him for a few years.
Yeah,
like 30 of them, give or take.
Yeah.
I guess that qualifies as family.
Shout out to the Empty Pockets podcast. Shouting out to the Southern people. We appreciate you coming in on Rumble Studio.
Thank you.
And when you get Rumble Studio, Empty Pockets podcast is one of those podcasts you need to follow. James in Ohio. Absolutely.
Kim's Coffee Talk is another one.
Yes. Killer Carl.
The Celtic Blacksmith. Killer Carl. Yeah, follow those guys. They're awesome. I'm not saying you want to leave our show to go watch those, but if we're not on and you're looking for something, close to, any one of those would be great.
Angry Conservative 1981 out of the great state of Alabama. Follow him.
Yes. Now, look, Angry Conservative, I know I pick on Alabama a lot. I love you, Alabama folks. All right. Don't take nothing I say by Alabama personal. And all you folks out there in Texas that I pick on, tell you about the Longhorns, and that I picked on Thursday night a little bit about, y'all be okay. Y'all be okay. We're going to pray for y'all, okay? And as Matthew McConaughey said, y'all are going to be all right, all right, all right.
The Empty Pocket says that the local politicians are putting the squeeze on him. So pray for James.
Yes, we'll do it.
All right. To hear that.
Guys, I'm going to give y'all a big old salute. Love you guys. Appreciate everything y'all do. All the follows, and subscribes, and y'all keep doing that. We greatly appreciate it. Share us out. If y'all want to share us out on Facebook, that'd be just fine with us. We've been trying to build Facebook up for a while. My cousin shared us out to all her friends, and it went whoop, But if y'all feel like sharing us out, share us out. We would love to have y'all. So
yeah, we have been climbing, but it's been a little slow.
Yeah, we've been climbing there and on YouTube slowly. It sure enough ain't no X or Clapper and all them. And Rumble's been shooting up really good too. We appreciate
Rumble
that.
has. We're thankful, very thankful. Trying to help others as well. You know, if you're a channel or a person, you're helping. We're following you too. We try to do. We follow right back. We don't. I hate it when people get follows and they won't follow people. I mean, it's like, come on, give them a follow. You know what? Help each other out. Patriots helping patriots. You know, that's the way I look at it. That's actually our tagline for Patriot Mobile is Patriots helping patriots.
That's it. And y'all keep in mind too, for y'all down here in this area or close to this Colquitt Festival here with ARA tomorrow, they're going to be taking down names for people that want to get on this low-cost spay neuter program that they have going. So keep that in mind too. Low cost. I mean, if you've never had a cat spayed or neutered, you know it's not cheap. So, but they have a program to help with that.
Yeah.
So,
hey, I'm gonna miss those folks. Tell them I said hey.
I definitely will. Well, you'll be telling them, hey, you don't see them. I'm gonna yank them right in front of the camera. They ain't hiding from us. Now, Miss Carol's not going to be here in Colquitt tomorrow from ARA. She's going to be in Dawsonville. They got a big push going over there too. But we're supposed to have one of their employees and 2 of their board members. So
Checkmate, don't be lost. You've joined Rumble. You've done a good thing. Now just do a search for SF Podcasting or Southern Fried Podcast. You will find us. We're easy to find because we have, Rob, the cornbread.
That's right.
The cornbread, the American flag.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she says she's hiding. Can't find it.
Well.
But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. Hey, but you folks have a great weekend. Tune in with us tomorrow morning and throughout the day. It's gonna be enjoyable. I love these Mayhaw festivals and stuff like that, and I love all the little festivals in these towns. Get to meet a lot of people, run into a lot of people that you used to know, hadn't seen forever. It'll be fun. So, hey, y'all join in tomorrow. Dave, y'all have a good night. God bless you.
You too, man.
Love you guys, and we appreciate everything y'all do. Good night, y'all. I'll fix the end stream. I don't want the end stream.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Take over, sir.
Oh, Rob's been busy. I'll pray for him. It's hard, easy on him. You'll take over from here, Checkmate. Oh, Lord. Ain't no telling what we'll be talking about. We are going to talk about something tonight. Well, this is a way of fun with all the crapola that's been going on and not feeling well. I didn't want to be heavy tonight. At Front Porch, we usually don't get too heavy. We cut up a little bit. But I want to talk about songs that have girls' names in the title. Don't have to be totally the girl's name. It can be in the title. There are bunches of them, and I want to talk about a few of them and whether I remember them or not. So I definitely want to talk about those songs. I think it's cool, and there's about 50 that I have prepared. So we'll talk about some of that tonight, as well as whatever else pops up for the duration. In the morning, just by way of, if you're up, we will probably be on very early doing some early shows before Rob goes live. So what I mean by early is he probably will not have the first stream until the official start, so right around 10-ish. Usually we're doing Southern Fried MAGA at that time. I'm going to bump that up to a little earlier, and we'll still do the show. And then, of course, we can talk about things during the stream as well. There'll be times they might be busy with stuff, but we'll continue to talk about that. And then there'll be times that I may be off the stream as I travel to work, because it'll still be going on, although it'll be coming close to being ended by the time that I do. So I'm good from the 10 till around 12:30, and then I'll have to depart for work. So you gotta work, right? Gotta work. It's not practice. It's not a game. It's practice. What Allen Iverson said. It's practice. This is game time. This is go live. So only 50, lame. Come on, chick mate. I try. I don't want to inundate the people with, I don't. I didn't plan on going through them like like an auto mag. I mean, come on. I mean, I had 30 things the other night for the what women say, what they really mean. We only did 15 of those because of all the discussion. Of course, we did have a 3 and at times 4 person booth, as they say, in the stream, and then all the commenters. But if we get through it, we get through it. If not, it'll stay. It'll hold. Well, no, I may not know exactly what women mean, but I know how to read the room. I know whether I'm in trouble or not, or if it's, I mean, you got to be that. But I just thought it'd be interesting, and this is not covering all genres of music. Okay, so if it's a polka song, I probably don't have it. Okay, because I'm not really into polka music, or there's others. Nothing against them. It's not my gig. So rock and country. There used to be a place called the Rock and Country. So, so no yodels. No, not doing that. In fact, I'll start tonight. I'm going to start with the A's. I'm just going to do a couple, 3 in the A's, or maybe 4. And I will cover one that I absolutely do not know. I do not know it. But I'll include it because it's fair. I'm not an Elvis Costello fan. Never have been. Nothing against him. I'm not a fan. He had a song called Allison, a poignant rock ballad about unrequited love, they say. So, Allison, do you know that song, Allison? I know a lot of Allisons. I don't know this song. So Allison from Elvis Costello, who's considered rock and roll, I guess, But yeah, one of my favorite songs with an A, I do know, is the song Amanda. Amanda. Well, Barry, that's true, but it doesn't have a name in it. It just says girls, to all the girls I've loved before. That's true. But we must have the girl's name. We had to have some kind of a parameter here. New Age. Chickbait, that's not even funny. It might be funny, but it's not. Hold on, Chickbait. You're firing off like an auto mag. You got to give me a second. It's like it's like a fine cup of coffee. You gotta let the aroma get up and into your nostrils and take time. You're not funny. You're serious. Amanda for the rock group Boston. They had the two huge albums back in the 70s. Huge. They still play them on classic rock radio. And so in the early 80s, mid 80s, maybe it was mid 80s, they came out with their third album. Or maybe it's fourth, but third. That's what I count as third. And it had some really good selections on it. There's some songs on it that had the space kind of images to it. And they had the song Amanda. And that is it was Boston's only U.S. #1 song. This song is still played. So they still had some rockers. They didn't rock as hard as the 70s albums, but it was a very good album. It was a little more polished than the earlier albums, but it's a good album. And it's a love song for a fictional Amanda. A fictional Amanda. Okay, hold on, Chickmate. I'll get that up because I don't have that. And I don't listen to them. So Anna, how do you say that? NG? In? By They Might Be Giants. I do not know the song, but you do get on the screen because that works. That works. Oh, okay. I got you. But I don't know that band. I mean, I've heard of them. I've not heard anything they do. I don't listen to them. Now, for the one that Chickmate said before, Angie, the Rolling Stones. Angie. I like the song. I do like that song. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm so sick of it. And let me get on my soapbox for a minute. Let me get on my soapbox just for a minute. We do those little tidbits, little song bites that we do, we put on screen. Not one stream, not one, gives us a hard time about that except one. And that's why you need to download Rumble. We like that other one. I'm not going to name. You can figure it out. But I'm sick of it. We can't do nothing. I get around most of their gatekeeper stuff. I have ways. But they just pick at everything. That's the same one that struck us for a week. We're not looking to get banned. If it happens, I'm not losing any sleep. I'm not losing any sleep. Name it, Dave. You can't figure it out. You honestly don't know. You name it. This is your chance. You name that one. What do you think it is? Have you been canceled before? No. So who do you think it is? Who is this stream that constantly is a thorn in the flesh of the Southern Fried Podcast? Yes, Barry, we'll get to the Jays. That works. Hello, Lewis. No, Chick, we don't stream live on there. We do put our Rumble stuff on that channel, though. We have about close to 1,800 followers on True Social. No, I don't have that one, Chick Bait. You're just going down the list. You mean you really have to ask? You don't know? This amazes me. Barry says, I have an account on True Social, but don't use that often. No, it's not that one, Chick Bait. Although they have been ticky about stuff before. We've not had a problem with them, actually. But there is one, and they just constantly were flagging our shows because of it. Remember, it's not just about you. That's all I'll say. Anyway, that's my soapbox on that. But Angie by the Rolling Stones, 1973. I was a wee, young, spry little young lad of 8 years old. Barry says, I don't know it. It was written by Keith Richards for his daughter, Angela. A classic. It is a classic. I did not know that Keith wrote that for his daughter, Angela. But the way that Mick sings that song is very, you'll have to look it up, Barry. It's actually it's a pretty good song. I do not know Anna Molly by Incubus, but I can tell you on one hand how many times I've watched Incubus or listened to them. If that's your gig, okay, I don't listen to them. Anna Molly. It's a play on an anomaly about an idealized woman. I don't think I want to hear it. It's not a shot at women. I just don't. That's weird. Like, what's that? No, Chick Bait. For all I know you're playing with me because you're so intelligent and you're not. You know what it is. I gave you the biggest hint ever, and you totally missed it. Come on. Let's go to the B's. I just picked a few from each one. Barbara Ann by the Beach Boys, 1965, the year I was born. Yes, Chick Bait. Yes. You finally, ding, 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 ding. Chickbait finally says what I won't say. It's okay. Barbara Ann, I never saw you say it. I didn't lie to you. I didn't see it. I didn't say you say that. I might have missed it. Oh, I missed that. I missed it. A fun upbeat cover of the Regents' doo-wop hit, Barbara Ann. Ba, 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 ba. I'm sure people have heard that, right? So Barbara Ann, 1965. Boy, that goes back away. How about the rock group Kiss? The song Beth, big ballad, 1976. A tender ballad from the drummer, yes, Peter Criss, inspired, I didn't write this, by nagging wife. But it's kind of like that. I mean, she's wanting to come home, and he's trying to, he's trying to, get the songs down with the, with the boys. It's a big hit. Big hit. Beth. Do you like the song Beth? I like a lot of Kiss songs. Michael Jackson named that song. Starts with a B. Girl's name. If you missed this, Chickbait, you need to go to sleep. Come on. Everybody's calling that one out without even thinking about it. Right? Michael Jackson, starts with a B. A girl's name. I didn't think about that one, Barry. I don't even know if that's in my list. Yes, Chickbait. Billie Jean. A monster hit. Still is, people like to do, they did the dance moves. The live version of that was huge, as they say. Of course, the girl, has the baby. So, yes, Billie Jean. Yes, Lewis. She's not his lover. Billie Jean. Honestly, people that like that song probably don't even care what the content is. They love the beat of it, but mainly the video. That's another instance where the video drove the song. It's a great song, but the video drove the song because that was just the way it was in the early 80s with MTV. And so it drove, yeah. I mean, people heard that, but they weren't really concerned. They were looking at the dance moves. So all these guys were trying to mimic his dance moves, and that just catapulted him, and he was already a star, superstar, super duper star, Billie Jean. How about the Looking Glass Band, 1972? Can you figure that one out? So one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder. Oh, you like the song Thriller better. Okay. But it's off that album, and that's a monster album. It's the only, that album kept Def Leppard's Hysteria from being number one. Both released at the same time. Yes, Barry. Billie Jean. But who did the Looking Glass one-hit wonder? They still play this song on classic rock. Brandy. You're a Fine Girl. Talks about the sea. That's a good song. I mean, I love the way that song kind of plays out. Brandy. That's a pretty name, Brandy. I just think that's a pretty name. If people like that song, they probably like that name, Brandy. So Brandy. So let's go on the C's. I have 3 or 4 in the C's. This is a cross section. I think somebody might have named a C. I don't remember. Oh, they did. Well, actually, that would be a S because that song was Sweet Caroline, right? If you're going to go Caroline, the Concrete Blondes had a song in 1990 called Caroline. Okay, chickbait. All aggressive on me here in the chat. I'm not helping you. By the way, the coffee is good tonight. Like I said, have not felt good. I didn't even drink a cup of coffee this morning. I didn't get any till this afternoon. It is so good. Soon and very soon, we're going to have coffee, the Southern Fried Coffee. It's coming. It is coming soon. We are looking at vendors now. And I would say by June, we'll be shipping. Got a lot of work to do. Got some things to get done. We're fixing to hammer it. Hammer it. Yes, coffee. Yes. Yes, Lewis, coffee. We might put up a poll on some of the names. We're going to start out with about 4 different blends. I don't know about that, chick. I don't know. Thank you, Lewis. A little bit. My allergies were killing me last night, and this morning I just said I'm sleeping. I never do that. But I messaged Rob and said, I can't do it, bro. I went back to bed. But thanks for the kind thoughts. Okay, well, Irish coffee cures. You can buy us a cup of coffee, though, with the QR code that's on screen right now. Buy us a cup of coffee. You can do that. I'm not ignoring Lewis. I'm not going to do it. All right. Also in the C's, Simon and Garfunkel, Cecilia. I don't really remember this song, Cecilia. Barry says, "Oh, Cecilia" by the Wolfman. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Who's the Wolfman? Could that be? I mean, it does have it. It applies if that's a song. I didn't steal that from you, Chickbait. Although I did buy you a cup of coffee on yours. I didn't steal that from you. It might have planted the seed. Actually, Jake had it on his, and I decided to do it. Ben Johnson wrote a poem about Cecilia. Do you like the name Cecilia? No offense to any Cecilias. Okay, all right, checkmate. Don't have a coronary. Checkmate says she likes the name. I find Cecilia sometimes they're a little crazy. Says she likes the name, but well, you were first, but thank you, Jay. All right. Kiss Again. Can you remember this one? 1977 Destroyer album. Christine 16. A little bit of controversy there. Well, you know what? I live for that, Chickbait. That is the story of my life. I not only break your confidence daily, I break my own. I have no confidence. So if I'm breaking yours too, you're just under the dark cloud that I'm under. I'll break your confidence. Christine 16, it was controversial rock anthem about a teenage crush. Yes, we'll move on because there's a few like that. Oh, that's the lyrics to. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. See, I didn't know the. I didn't know. You got to clarify that. You just put something up there. I didn't know that it was the lyrics to that song. If I don't know the song, I wouldn't know that. Clarify. I'm just a knucklehead. All right, let's move to the D's. Tom Jones, 1968. A dramatic rock-tinged ballad about betrayal and murder. Ooh, called Delilah, which kind of fits. Delilah. You like that name? Delilah. I don't think I'm familiar with that. Diana by Paul Anka, 1957. Boy, it goes back. Rock and roll classic about youthful infatuation. So Diana, Delilah, Diana. And let's move to the E's. I just got one of the E's. Give me the Beatles song for the E. Hello, Dean Potts. He says, good song. Diana, is that the song you're talking about, Dean? Diana, Paul Anka, or Delilah? Barry says, I grew up with a Celia, but not a Cecilia. Dean, what's yes mean? Yes to both, yes to one of those. Delilah or Diana? Yes, chick bait. It is. Oh, Diana. Thank you, sir. Eleanor Rigby, huge hit, still played on the radio. Obviously, most Beatles songs are. But that certainly is played. Song about loneliness and isolation. Not that any of us would know what that's like. We're going to do one. We're going to swing over to the country side of things. Country. I'm not a big fan of Reba McEntire. I've said that. I'm not putting her down. Not a big fan. But she's got one called Fancy. A woman who come up out of poverty. Yes, I know this song. It's a pretty good song. You like Fancy, Reba McEntire? Fancy. You know what the biggest knock on Reba McEntire is? It's not fair. Come on, it's not fair. What do you mean that's not a girl's name? What do you mean that's not a girl's name? That would be a good question. There's songs written about it, but they don't name, because we don't know the name, but there's songs written about it, yes. Fancy. Van Morrison, 1964, Gloria. There's another Gloria as well. What was that girl's name? 80s. Sung that song, Gloria. A couple of Gloria songs. Okay. Now, I can use this chick major being helpful. Felicia by Blues Traveler. I'm familiar with Blues Traveler, 1997. No, you don't win. Come on. No, I just said I didn't say that this was an exhaustive list. But, that's why I left some open for you, so you could have a win, chick bait. Yes. Would Felicia be crazier than a Cecilia? Just asking. Eleanor, I believe Edgar Allan Poe wrote about her. See, Barry always brings deep thought. He gets deeper. We're at the surface level. Barry goes deeper. I like it. You're saying Patti Smith, best Gloria song? I don't think so. I think it's the version I like is the girl. What was that girl's name? Gloria. I can't remember. It wasn't Patti Smith, was it? Somebody else, wasn't it? Oh, he's already stole your thunder. All right, let's go to H's. 1H. Robin Trower, 1974. Hannah. I don't think I'm familiar with the track. I do not think I'm familiar with the track. Let's go one with the I's. Irene. Mike Oldfield, 2014. An instrumental inspired by the Hurricane Irene. I don't know this one. I might have to go look that up. 2014, Irene. I'll go look it up. Not right now, but later. Oh, let's get to the Jays. Jays is good. Jay is real good. We got a bunch. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils, 1974. What an interesting band. Kind of a country rock band. Interesting group. They had a song. Okay, what did you put here? Chickbait says, Happy Birthday, Helen by Things of Stone and Wood, 1992. Okay, I don't know that one. So thank you for putting that up there. I didn't have one for H. I didn't skip it. I didn't have any in there. If you can't skip if you don't have any. Again, not exhaustive list. I didn't say that every letter would be used either. Because I put a number on it. So some things get squeezed out. Jackie Blue by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I like that song. Has a nice vibe to the song. The way it plays out. Jackie Blue. All right, give me that Van Halen song with a J. Don't fail me, chat. This is easy. This is a softball pitch. You got to know this one. A classic. Played a lot. Chickbait says there's one called Janny Jones by The Clash. Okay. I'm not familiar with that either. Never listened to Clash much. Couple songs on radio. I never had any of their stuff. Ever. But that's not about a girl. It does. It's a good song, Lewis. Don't get me wrong. No offense. Foreigner. Jukebox Hero. But unless some girl's named Jukebox or Hero, you fail the test. Okay, Chickbait. Yes, Jack would fit in the D's as well. Because Jack nowadays could be the girl. Here we go, Dean. Yes, Jolene. It's not in my list. Actually, it is. I actually have it in the list. Jolene, you got it. It's a little further down the list. By Dolly. Jolene. I'm not putting that on the screen, Chickbait. I'm not. Family friendly. Chickbait. Yes, Jolene. My wife loves some Dolly Parton. I like a few select hits. Yes, that fits, Barry. Come on, Eileen. I think it's with an E, right? I don't remember. I might have to look that up. I like it, though. Jamie's Crying by Van Halen, 1978. Huge. Sure you did, Chick. How about Jefferson Starship, 1979? What girl was they singing about? And that guy got I can't remember his name, the lead singer, one of them. I know they had Grace Slick. Can't think of his name, but he really hit a ha on the voice level on this song. 1979. Do you remember? Well, Juliet is her name. Yes, Lewis. Jamie's Crying by Van Halen. Yes, sir. Big hit. Jamie can be a boy's name, but in this case, it's a girl. Jamie's Crying. Yes. Awesome. The song is called Jane by Jefferson Starship. I was never a big fan of theirs, but I do like that song. I absolutely hate the song. We built this city on rock and roll. They were reaching. They were trying to get a hit, and they got it. We built this city on rock and roll. That's when people probably called them a sellout, because they were all supposed to be a part of that, movement around that time. their earlier in their career. I think that was probably people fans of theirs probably called that a sellout song. How about Donovan? I was never a big fan of Donovan. A little before my time. 1968. Juniper. Jennifer Juniper. I'm not familiar with the song either. Jennifer Juniper. Then we had the Jolene by Dolly. How about Jessica by the Allman Brothers Band, 1973, massive hit, named after Dickie Betts, a guitar player's daughter. Jessica, they had two. We didn't say it earlier. Elizabeth, also girl's name, big hit, massive hit by the Allman Brothers Band. No. Well, maybe, chick. I don't even think so. That's the beatnik crowd, man. Come on. You know what? There were a few Partridge Family songs that was okay. Some of them were kind of lame. Well, chickbait, this list tonight does not rest on the fact of whether you like them or not. But if you say that you don't like them, you lose points right there, that you don't like the Allman Brothers. Come on. The Allman Brothers, as you put, yeah, they're probably bad. But the Allman Brothers, check. So we had Jessica, Jolene, Julia by the Beatles. John Lennon sung it, tender song to his mother. It's okay. I'm not a big fan. Not really a big fan of Julia, but you may be. Let's go to the L's. The L's. Actually, I'm going to run a quick commercial, then we'll do the L's. It gives Chickbait time to load up on the L's. There's some really good ones in the L's. Really good ones. And we're probably not even touching the surface. There's a lot of L's. That's one of those that be a lot of those. A lot. Quick commercial. Gotta do those things. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on the same bat channel. Let's do one for the store. Boom.
Yes, Robert and Dave, y'all.
Southern Fried Podcast fans, this is Dave in the AM. I want to tell you about our store. We've been promoting it a little bit. We wanted to promote it a little bit more and let you know we've been adding some designs to it, and we're continuing to do that. Right now, there's a summer sale going on. You're going to see here in just a second what kind of discounts you can get. They're pretty amazing. Our old store became cumbersome and it was not easily updated, and we have since went to a new store, and the old one is still there, and if you decide to shop there, that's fine. But this is our new store, and it is so easy for us to manage, and we want to thank the folks at Threadless for that. So on the screen right now, you see some shirts, some of the different designs. One of our newest one is the Georgia outline, the red one. We really like that. You see some of our classic designs. You see some here that you may not have seen before. And again, we're designing and adding to just about every week. You see hats. There is just about anything in there, and we're trying to add more products all the time, as well as those new designs. So go shop at the Southern Fried Podcast store, and you'll be able to get some of these things too. Here's the QR code for that. You can see at the top of the page, 40% off right now. These are amazing prices going on. The store is very affordable. Me and Rob wanted as best the prices as we could get, and this is the place that we found to be able to do it. And there's the address. You can copy that out or use the QR code. We thank you for your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and watching the shows and supporting us and letting us know how much you enjoy it. You mean a lot to us. Take care. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Dean, for the. I meant to mention earlier for the follow on Rumble. Appreciate you, brother man. Glad you got that downloaded. Don't worry, brother. We will make sure you're loud and live and everything, we'll run that test. It's not hard. It's easy. Bring you up on stage for the Southern Fried Racing Hour Plus. We'll call it the Hour Plus. We usually don't stop right at an hour, but hour sounds good. All right. The L's. Lady Jane, the Rolling Stones, 1966. Not one of my all-time favorites from the Rolling Stones, but it is an L. 1966. I was a year old or thereabouts. Eric Clapton, he's got a couple, right? Lay Down Sally's one. Lay Down Sally. 1977 for an L. Again, that's a good one, Lewis. We got to have a girl in there. But I like the way you're thinking. Yes. A song that I absolutely did not like. I did not like Lola by the Kinks, 1970. I never liked that song. Never, ever, ever liked that song. But it was a big hit, and they still play it. I hate that song. I say I don't like it. I just say I hate it. I hate that song. Lorelei by Styx, 1975. Pretty big hit. Rock ballad. Soaring rock ballad. And I got no problem with the Kinks. CB. We'll call you CB. But I just didn't care for that song. Lovely Rita, again, the Beatles, 1967. Not like, but a bigger hit. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, 1967. Lucy. And then Layla, Eric Clapton again. Oh, you're laying in the weeds for the M's? Chick baits waiting. Stumble you. Stumble me. I will trip and fall. Come on. All right, let's start with the M's. Mandy, Barry Manilow, 1974. Big hit. That's another name I've always liked, Mandy. Or Amanda, kind of same thing. I like those names. A Little Country, Maria. I remember that song. It's a pretty good song. Brooks and Dunn, 1996. Yes, it is. Chick bait. Maria. Well, the Beatles, they just have so many songs. Martha, My Dearest, 1968. Paul McCartney song, possibly to his dog or ex-girlfriend. Interesting. Marianne, The Who, 1967. The Allman Brothers again, Melissa, 1972. 1972. Yes, Greg Allman came up with that. The Beatles again, Michelle. A lot of songs about Michelle. There's a lot of songs out there with Michelle. The Beatles, 1965. A romantic French-inspired pop rock classic. Let's jump up to the P's. Proud Mary, CCR, 1969. Okay. Can dig it. Peg, Steely Dan. Peg, Steely Dan. Lewis, again, does not have a girl in it, but is the greatest riff I think I ever heard. But the lyrics are absolutely horrible, and I boycotted it. Lead singer, obviously, who has since passed, said he wrote it while he was high on heroin. horrible. That is blasphemy. I don't care what anybody says. I cannot. But it's the greatest rock guitar riff, I think, ever. Yeah. No, chick bait. No attack on you, Lewis. None. He's a good man. We're not canceling Lewis. No. The R's, Fleetwood Mac, 1975, the famous Rumors album. That was 77, excuse me. The album before that, Rhiannon, 1975. As the great Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks infuse new things into this band. Started as a blues band, kind of got in that, had some hits early on when they kind of brought in some other guitar players. They were very big in the blues scene in England, toured the U.S. Had some weird things happen. But then in 1975 or so, whatever that was, they came on board, and the rest is history. Yes, Dean. Yes. We will talk about that in just a minute. Rita by the Gin Blossoms, 1992. Rita by the Gin Blossoms. I'm not familiar with that song. Didn't really listen to them. The Gin Blossoms. Anybody knows that? And then Roxanne, way back, 1978, The Police. I was a big fan of the Police albums and some Sting stuff, but I really liked that three-piece band called The Police. But whenever I hear that song, what my mind goes to is Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours singing that in the jail cell. So, Roxanne, The Police. Ruby Tuesday by the Rolling Stones, 1967. A ballad about a free-spirited woman, Ruby Tuesday. Now, when we get to the S's, and again, some of these names bounce through different groups. And there's been a lot of songs about Sarah. They've got here Sarah by Bob Dylan, 1976. Get that out of here. Sarah by Fleetwood Mac, much better. And Sarah Smile by Hall & Oates, 1975, even better. Come on. Bob Dylan. You can tell I'm not a fan. Not a fan of Bob Dylan. Sarah. Okay, here's one for you, chick bait. Sheena is a punk rocker by the Ramones, 1977. I don't remember that. Maybe I do. I don't know. Sherry by Steve Perry, formerly of the rock group Journey. Oh, Sherry, I think sometimes that's called, but Sherry. 1984. Power ballad about with her name, the current girlfriend, which they did not stay together. But they got a big hit out of it. And if I remember right, didn't she star in the video? Maybe not. 1984. Susie Q, CCR. Susie Q, CCR. That's still played a lot. Sweet Jane, The Velvet Underground, 1970. I don't remember that song. Lou Reed's gritty yet tender rock classic, they say. Interesting. So what you got for teas, Chickbait? I'm gonna see what you got for the teas. Or anybody else. I doubt that I will play that. Give me a reason. Oh, you never had a tea. Then why would you say teas will trip you? trippy. Yes, there was a song called Strawberry Fields Forever. That's not a girl's name. Although I guess Strawberry could be a girl's name. They just call me Strawberry. I don't know on that one. Strawberry. I don't know. Nowadays, they call people anything and everything. They're always looking for something different. And I don't know why. Some of the names, wow. Everybody has to have their own little vibe. And then they get mad. They get mad when somebody else has named their kid that name. And they'll say, you stole my name. How you steal a name? Good grief. I've seen people get arguments about that. You stole my name. Like they knew they were going to call their, if they ever had a girl this name, then they have a girl, name her that, or a boy. And then they get mad because you knew you had my name. So anyway, there's a few songs. I thought it'd be fun. Run through some of those. There's many, many more. Many, many more. A lot of guys wrote a lot of songs about girls. Tracy by Cufflinks. Okay, Tracy, I get. Who the heck are the Cufflinks? I don't know them. The Cufflinks. Oh, for those that might be fans of the Cufflinks, I just don't know who they are. Obscure band 1960s. I think I've actually heard of them, but I never listened to them. The Cufflinks. Sounds like you're kind of like struggling for a band name. You're looking for a name for your band, and then all of a sudden you go, hey guys, I got it. Cufflinks. Record company says, we need a name. Well, all we come up with is Cufflinks. Okay, it's not really good, but we got to go. We got to put it out. So I don't know. Shoehorn. The problem with girls' names and songs is the same problem. And I don't do tattoos, but if somebody gets a girl's name as a tattoo, life changes. Unless it's a mythical name or about your mom or something. You get this big old tattoo, or you write this song, and y'all not together anymore. It's like John Denver. Remember his song? What was that, Annie? Or what was it? Anyway. Went downhill. She said she always appreciated it, though, even though their marriage didn't work out. And getting a tattoo is just, how many guys have had a big old tattoo and they had to go back and do some creative artwork to cover up because they said so-and-so together forever, ever and ever. That lasted about 6 months, a year, and then did he really say that, Chick Bag? I mean, it's an interesting quote. I never said never play a game where you try to take the alphabet and find song names about women. It's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing. The more obscure you are, Chicks to say, I think so. The more obscure you are, the better. I like doing, I did this thing one time where I did personality tops, and I said it was about girls that I knew. And I just put out this long thing about girls that I knew, but I used fictional characters. But I didn't do the thing about the girls, about anybody that I currently knew. It was way back. And it was funny, all the girls that said, this one's me. He's talking about me here. And had a big discussion. All these girls that I knew at the time, it was all about the same age. I said, this one's got to be about me. And it was not about them. It was really meant to just be it's funny because the stories that I was telling, it probably was something they dealt with, but it wasn't about them. That was funny. They said, you wrote that about me. I know you did. I said, no, I wasn't. They never believed me. They thought that I did. I think I was trying to get a cut. There was no money made. No money made on that. But you go back to how people name their kids. That's crazy stories too. I knew a girl once named Amity for her mom liked the Amity movie, Amityville Horror. She hated the name. Absolutely hated that name. I know people today that tell me they hate one of their names. Who named me? My dad. Firstborn son. My dad was David. I was David. But I was never to be a junior. My dad said, no way. Some different middle names. But my dad, absolutely, I'm naming him after me. But it's interesting, though. Some people, if you're named after somebody, there's no family, that's an honor, you know. Some people just have a favorite name and they like that name and they name their kids that name or whatever. And there's some people, I don't know what they do. It's like they just throw a bunch of things up in the air. Something comes down, they go, oh, that's it. It's like what? Where did you get this name? And the kid hates it. Kids pick on them. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. They pick on them about their name, and the name, the kid grows up hating it, despising it. And it's like, you know, there's no honor there. People end up hating their own name. I like, you know, it may be a great name, but because of the process, they don't like the name. Or they're doing spelling variations off the same name to try to be different than everybody else. That gets old too. Because you try to spell their name and they're putting extra letters and just totally changing it around. And it's really hard at work. Okay, what's your name? And you go, how do you spell that? And they go, what? I don't know about that chick, babe, but biblically it means king. I'm no king. I serve the king. Amen. Hope you have a great Easter weekend. Hope if you're a person of faith, this is a special weekend. Find a place of worship. A lot of people that may not go to church try to go on this weekend. We look forward to having you. If you walk through the doors, then maybe you'll go more. We would hope. But we're glad to have you. We're glad to have you come in, and the specialness of this weekend is awesome. There's some parts of the holiday aspect of it I don't take part in, but some people do. That's fine. A lot of people like to do these traditional things. I don't. Good night, Chick Bait. We're probably not going to be on much longer ourselves. Just a few more minutes. I'm not doing a full show. 2 hours. Been a long day. Felt rough. Lewis, are you Ubering tonight? You're leaving me an Irish blessing. Awesome. Irish blessings. Is it like Irish Spring soap? I leave you Irish soap. Oh. Here's the Irish blessing. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. Is that like Metallica right there? May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. Well, thank you. Thank you there, Miss Juliet, a.k.a. Chick Bait on the YouTube side. Yes, Dean. Before you leave Venus in V category. You are correct, sir. Yes. Venus. Metallica wrote it. No, it's not Chick Bait because you changed it before. Chick Crew. Ha! Ha ha! Got you. Y'all pray for Dean of his forthcoming surgery. They get out the shop tools and start working on that knee. I'm Venus. I'm your fire. I'm a razor commercial. Pauletta. Well, thank you. I'll take all prayers. Absolutely. Never turn down a prayer. Always like prayer. Paul and Cara. Paul and Cara. Oh, I like your Chase Elliott there, your logo. Me or Rob? We both need to feel better. We had a tragic wreck in our region. Some young people passed. Unfortunately, y'all pray for the families. High schoolers. Very tragic. Hate to see stuff like that. So, I just hate that. Oh, I was on the phone with him when you called. He said, there's Chick Bait. He hung up on me to talk to you. That's all good, though. I had to get things ready, so I was really just trying to rush a call in. And I knew I was setting everything up, and no, how did you win? I was on the phone with him before you. Your logic doesn't work there, Chick Bait. Thank you, Lewis. I think we are. It's going to be a hard day. Y'all pray for Rob tomorrow. Festivals and things like that are hard. It'll be a long day. He's got an early day. I don't know if he did or not, Chick Bait. He's got some help. Will help from here. And hopefully impact a lot of people with the podcast. Anyway, for you, the viewer, we hope to have some, parade. Parades are always cool. Talk to a few people. Maybe we get some characters on there. Pop in and out. We'll see. Kick off. I am taking the Monday and Tuesday off from work. We may, since my wife didn't get to go on this journey, I may be taking her on another journey, but I'll still podcast from where I'm at. I'll just take the laptop and mic, and we'll just broadcast where we are. We're still deciding what we're going to do, but after church on Sunday, we may venture out into the great unknown and go see what we can get into. So we'll see if we can go to the mountains or something. Maybe. I need to get the pollen is just so bad right now. I mean, I can still feel it. Through here. I'm still a little. My eyes are watery tonight. It's just one of those things. And then being out on that football field today, I'm sure the wind was blowing up. I probably made it a little worse. But it was a great time with those kids. Thank you, ma'am. You too. You too. Hope everybody has a great rest of their night. Enjoy your Friday night festivities for you night owls. I'll be on early in the morning. Hopefully. Got a lot to get done this weekend. Appreciate all those that watch. Again, download Rumble. It's important. We're not trying to sell anything. party all night. I figured Chickbait's probably like the girls just want to have fun. That's what I think of a song for her. Girls just want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper. I saw Cyndi Lauper once when she was came out with big hit at Six Flags in Atlanta, and they had a power outage. A storm came through. I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge Cyndi Lauper fan. She only had 2 songs I ever liked, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun is not my favorite. But I will say this: she really did a good job talking to the crowd that night. Because they lost power, and she had the mic, but they couldn't bring up all the equipment. And they finally did and did the show, but she stayed out there instead of sinking back behind the stage. She came back there and talked to us, and that was pretty cool. I like that. And what's your point, Chickbait? You don't think I don't know that? I can like a song, right? Dean Potts says she was good in WWF. Ah, okay. Actually, what's the song? True Colors. A lot of stuff there about that song, but I like the other song, Time After Time, or what it's called. Like that song. Cyndi Lauper. She's an odd bird, though. She's an odd bird. But I can like an artist's creation without really caring for the way they are, their politics, or anything like that. No, Chickbait. Not gonna happen. There's absolutely zero chance of that happening. Below zero. I do say. There's not enough time in the world left. Not enough time for me. Thank you, Lewis. Yes, nice song. I've never been a liberal. I'll never be a liberal. So, no, I'm not. You lose. I'll be Willy Wonka. You lose. I'm not even that amount there. Are you kidding me? I get attacked all the time for my beliefs from liberals. They don't let me in the club. They don't want me there. They hate my guts. I say all the things that they hate. I'm just that guy, just a knucklehead patriot. Dave in the AM. All right. I'm getting off of here before my eyes water out and I can't even see what you're putting. Appreciate y'all. Have fun in the great state of Ohio, if that's where you're residing tonight. You were in Massachusetts, I think. Shout out to all of you out there, speaking or not, in the chat. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll be seeing you around. Oh, you're still in MA? Massachusetts. That's Bee Gees wrote a song about Massachusetts. I've never been there. Never, never. Thank you, Dean. We appreciate you. We're persevering. We try to do what we can. Try to stay after it. Stay busy. In the morning, Southern Fried MAGA. And then Rob live from the Mayhall Festival. Okay, well, your brain acts like that. Green Acres. Green Acres was a TV show, but it sounds like a place where, it sounds like a retirement home, Green Acres. Come stay at Green Acres. Your place, your home away from home. You might have grew up a hillbilly, but somebody liberaled you up. Because you don't talk like no hillbilly. I love you, girl, but you ain't no hillbilly. What makes a hillbilly, though? You have to be on a hill and call it named Billy? That's old Billy. He's up on the hill. I really don't know what. I don't classify myself as a hillbilly or a redneck. I don't. Now Rob, yeah. Rob is the resident redneck in this group. But Teen says, well, maybe I am a hillbilly because I like NASCAR. So, Dean, are you saying you're a hillbilly? There's no way, chick, mate. No way. There's no way. I think Lewis is more redneck than you are. Dean Pond says, yes, I'm a hillbilly. You see, there's born in the country. And then there's born in the country. I wasn't born in the country. I wasn't raised in the country, but I spent a lot of time on farms and in the country. Because all my family, for most of them, lived out on farms and out in the country, rural areas. I did not. Okay, you are ahead of me. I did not grow up on a farm, but I helped on a farm a lot. Talked about it a few times. My dad was born rural and on a farm. He always wanted to do that. But my mom did not want to move out like that. She was more suburban. She liked to be close to town. My dad was always trying to move us to some obscure place. Even Alaska one time. My mom says, you'll go by yourself. He had this idea. We're going to move to Alaska. I'm going to work in the Alaskan pipeline, make some money. And my mom says, me and the kid, I think my sister was around by then. Well, you know what, Dean? Born in Chattanooga, raised in Rossville. You are, sir. If you're raised in Rossville, you classify as a hillbilly. I mean, there's Rossville, and then there's the countryside of Rossville. I mean, was you living in Chattanooga at the time or just born there? Like they took you into Chattanooga to be born? Like they took you into enemy territory and then brought you back? Did they cross the state line because that's where the hospitals were at? Just curious. Or was you living in Chattanooga? You had a barn. Did I have one personally? No. I did not. I was just born there. You didn't live there. You were just born there. Okay. Came back across the state line into the confines of Rossville, and grew up country. Oh, you born country. When you raised in Rossville, you country. There's no doubt. I think more redneck than country though. With Rossville. Oh, I mean, there were nice parts of Rossville. Then there were other parts. Now, I like Rossville. I have a Rossville address, but I never went to those schools over there. Anyway, I kind of called it. It's kind of called different worlds. When you're raised, kind of raised in different kind of environments, kind of like an army brat. They're raised all over. So, chickmate, go to bed. If I'm boring you, were you not reminiscing about yourself, chickmate? I'm just trying to clarify. Just trying to clarify. Thanks for all the likes and hearts and all that stuff. Appreciate it. James out there, he never said anything. Never said it. Mr. Rob K. Thank you, Miss K. Dean, myself. Thank you for that. But my mom just never wanted to move out like that. My dad would get so mad. He wanted to get back to his roots. And when they divorced, he went back to the rural. Not mom. She said, I'm not living out like that. I liked it. I liked being there and experiencing it, but I like being close to town. It's kind of nice. I was used to it. You had more people to play with. We play sports and stuff. And the town was so small at that time, it really felt like it was out of it. When you think suburban now, I think crazy traffic and stuff, but it was a slow kind of area. I mean, people, there wasn't a lot of traffic. You could play in the street and not see a car for 2 hours sometimes. I mean, it was just a different time. A different time. But I enjoyed my childhood for the most part. The divorce wasn't no fun. I mean, that wasn't no fun, but I enjoyed my childhood. And I got to experience the farm. I spent weekends on the farm. I'd stay Friday through Sunday. And you helped with whatever you helped with. I will say though, I never, because the girls did it. I never learned to churn butter. I watched them do it. And I never milked a cow. Didn't milk no cow. I did about everything else. Just about. So, but have a great night. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great Friday night. Get some sleep. Enjoy your Saturday. We'll see what the world happens. We'll talk about news. There's a lot of news. I'm gonna get into the president's comments in the morning on Southern Fried MAGA. He had lots to say. His press conference. Might even play some excerpts from it. We'll see. Have a great night. God bless. Salute. Lewis, are you Ubering? Hope you're safe out there. If you're not, we'll see you soon. I'm going to bed. Not right away. You think I'm going to bed? I'll be up for 2 hours. What time is it? Maybe 2.5. Maybe 3. I bet I'm not in bed before 12:30. I can't go to bed early. I slept a lot today too anyway. So I'm kind of wired. Wired up. All right, we're out. We're going to play some music on the way out. Let's see, what can we play here? I ain't playing Rob's song. I caught him totally off guard with that. Totally off guard with that song. He just, Dean's in here tonight. Let me play, we'll play Dean, my Dean song. We could do that. Right, Dean? We could do that. Here you go.
Choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Cranking loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every laugh a rebel's dream, gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track, each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speeds the creed, Southern Fried racing breed.